What happens when a legend faces a bully? Tonight, we're diving into a historic clash. Morgan Freeman taught Kimmel a lesson. Subscribe now and comment your thoughts below. This story will redefine late-night TV. Morgan Freeman entered with timeless grace. The Jimmy Kimmel set welcomed a titan. At 78, he carried unmatched poise. The audience roared with awe and warmth. America's grandfather commanded their love. Morgan Freeman, everybody, Kimmel announced loudly. His voice held a smug edge. The voice that elevates everything. The crowd laughed, on cue obediently. But Jimmy's tone hinted at trouble. They settled into their chairs. Jimmy's first question cut like a blade. So, Morgan, he leaned forward slyly. Rumors swirl about your personal life. Some say you're difficult on sets. Care to comment on that? Morgan's face remained perfectly composed. His eyes tightened ever so slightly. Jimmy, I'm unaware of such rumors. My career thrives on professionalism. I value respect given and received. His voice was warm yet firm. Jimmy sensed an opening to prod. Come on, his grin widened sharply. A reliable source claims you stormed off. Over catering. Diva-ish, no. The audience shifted uncomfortably now. The tension was thick and growing. Your source is mistaken, Morgan replied calmly. I've never left over trivialities. But disrespect or unprofessionalism. That's where I draw the line. Jimmy's sarcasm dripped unmistakably now. Disrespected, he mocked with glee. What makes Morgan Freeman feel slighted? No, Mr. Freeman, or unopened doors. The crowd fell into uneasy silence. Some cringed at Kimmel's tone. Morgan sat back, his gaze colder. Respect isn't titles or gestures. It's dignity, basic human regard. Not embarrassing for cheap laughs. The words landed with weight. The studio's energy shifted sharply. Jimmy's producers scrambled in panic. Oh, so, Kimmel's voice rose defensively. I'm disrespecting by inviting you. Free publicity, isn't that enough? His persona cracked, revealing ugliness. Morgan's voice carried cinematic power. An invitation isn't a free pass. Ambushing with gossip isn't respect. I expected a professional interview, not a roast at my expense. The tension was suffocatingly palpable. Jimmy's control began to slip. He doubled down, ego unchecked. Look, Morgan, his tone was harsh. This is late night, not the UN. People want entertainment and laughs. If you can't handle tough questions, stick to voiceovers hidden from view. The words crossed an invisible line. The audience gasped in shock. Morgan stood, slowly and deliberately. His dignity towered over chaos. We're done, he said quietly. His voice held absolute authority. The crowd watched in stunned silence. A legend prepared to walk. Wait, Morgan, Jimmy called frantically. Don't be sensitive. Sit back down. Let's talk about your movie. But Morgan moved toward the exit. This ended, he said without turning. When disrespect trumped discourse. I elevate my work always. Not dragged for your viral reel. Jimmy's face flushed with panic. His plan had spectacularly backfired. The cameras captured every moment. This was a historic disaster. Fine, walk out, Jimmy shouted desperately. Don't cry, unprofessional or difficult. This proves exactly my point. His words aimed to wound. They highlighted his petty vindictiveness. Morgan paused at the stage's edge. He turned, his expression disappointed. Jimmy, his voice sliced cleanly. 50 years, I've been in this. Directors screamed, producers lied. Actors threw tantrums like children. But rarely, Morgan's gaze was piercing. Such pleasure in humiliation. The audience hung on every syllable. Jimmy paled, his bravado gone. This wasn't a bad interview. Morgan Freeman was dismantling him. I never, Jimmy stammered weakly. Tried humiliating, just asking questions. If you can't handle back and forth, maybe you're the problem here. His words sounded hollow now. Desperate, from a sinking man. Morgan shook his head slowly. Your job is welcoming guests. Creating space for real talk. Serving viewers, with insight. You weaponized your platform tonight. Attacking someone, here in good faith. Power. Jimmy laughed strainedly. We're equals, celebrities, rich, successful. This is just TV fun. You're dramatizing a simple chat. You're wrong. Morgan's voice was crushing. This isn't just television. It's how we treat each other. Success doesn't justify cruelty. A microphone doesn't make it comedy. The weight settled over the studio. Jimmy stood, grasping for control. Let's restart, his voice pleaded. Talk movies, keep it light. No restart, Morgan said firmly. You can't unsay your mockery. You chose your path tonight. Now live with those consequences. The audience witnessed history unfold. Phones recorded this raw moment. Others stared in silent awe. Fine, leave, Jimmy's voice cracked. You knew my show's style. Tough questions come with the seat. You can't handle the heat. Tough questions. Morgan's eyes flashed, spreading gossip, mocking my work. That's not journalism, Jimmy. That's cruelty, dressed as fun. Don't lecture, Jimmy shot back. I'm a comedian, not an anchor. People want laughs and realness. Not robots, perfect and polished. There it is, Morgan said quietly. You think cruelty equals real. That tearing down is funny. You misjudge your audience's heart. Jimmy's mouth opened then closed. No words could counter that. His humiliation was fully exposed. The cameras never stopped rolling. The tragedy, Morgan continued sadly. You hold a trusted platform. Millions listen, seeking joy. You chose a cudgel instead. Tearing down for viral moments. That's not fair, Jimmy whispered. I've done good on this show. Great interviews helped careers. Don't judge on one mistake. I'm judging, Morgan said clearly. The man tonight before me, who ambushed for entertainment, who mocked instead of celebrated. The silence was deafeningly complete. The band looked visibly uneasy. Producers whispered in frantic headsets. I came, Morgan's voice softened, to share stories with fans, to honor late night's tradition. Instead, an ambush for controversy. Jimmy tried one last plea. Morgan, sit, he begged openly. Let's talk, your fans deserve. I'll respect your terms. Morgan paused, considering briefly. Then shook his head firmly. That chance was at the start. You chose disrespect over honor. Now we face the fallout. Jimmy's shoulders sagged in defeat. His image crumbled live. Morgan's conviction was unshakable. If I leave, Jimmy warned desperately, people will say you walked. That story follows us forever. You're right, Morgan nodded calmly. They'll remember my dignity stood against disrespect, dressed as fun. Some things outweigh staying. Jimmy's voice broke with panic. Morgan, don't ruin me. My family, my staff depend. This show is their livelihood. Morgan's eyes flickered with compassion, but his voice remained resolute. Jimmy, I'm not ruining you. Your choices built this moment. Cruelty over courtesy did this. I refuse to enable it. Morgan turned toward the exit. His steps were measured and proud. The audience watched in silence. A legend left with dignity. Jimmy stood, frozen in place. His world collapsed around him. The cameras captured his ruin. Morgan reached the exit door. He paused, turning one last time. To everyone, he addressed the crowd. Expecting entertainment, I'm sorry. You deserved better tonight. Especially from your host. With that, Morgan Freeman left. The studio fell into chaos. Jimmy remained a broken figure. We'll be, his voice cracked. Right back, he whispered faintly. But nothing would be the same. The show cut to commercial. No credits rolled that night. Morgan drove home with peace. His reputation shone brighter. His dignity was untarnished. Backstage, fury erupted instantly. Morgan's team confronted Kimmel's staff. This betrayal demands accountability. Producers deflected, citing live TV. Morgan left, composed and steady. He thanked the crew's professionalism. Social media, ignited within moments. Hashtag Kimmel exposed, trended globally overnight. Fans praised Morgan's unmatched grace. Critics analyzed his powerful exit. The clash dominated every platform. Insiders shared Kimmel's past ambushes. Other stars echoed similar stories. His influence had quietly harmed. Now exposed, his reputation shattered. Kimmel's show faced immediate fallout. Ratings plummeted in the aftermath. Guests hesitated booking with him. A hiatus was soon announced. Creative retooling, the network claimed. Rumors hinted at deeper issues. Kimmel's humor now felt cruel. His legacy was forever tainted. Morgan stayed silent post-show. His publicist issued a statement. Morgan appreciates the support. He focuses on future work. Hollywood took note of the clash. Hosts learned respect was paramount. Ambushing legends ended in ruin. The showdown became TV folklore. It's studied in industry circles. Morgan's exit inspired countless others. His dignity was a masterclass. Kimmel's fall warned against arrogance. Crossing lines carried heavy costs. What's your take on this moment? Was Morgan right to leave? Or should he have stayed fighting? Comment below, share your view. Subscribe for more shocking stories. What's next in Hollywood's shadows?